Right then, hello and welcome back to Trampled. So yeah, I'm going to be continuing on straight away, challenge level 7, playing as a dwarf engineer. Let's begin. And then as always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And yeah, every little comment is appreciated. Tell me your favourite unit out of these current ones that we have over here. Do you like the Ratkin Monstrosity or do you like the Ratkin Alphas? Okay, maybe not the Monstrosity is gone. Do you like the Ratkin Legionaries with their halberds, so they're hitting on 4+, which is really nice? Do you like the Ratkin Flamers? Do you like the Ratkin Skulkers? Unfortunately, no slingshots or anything like that, so yeah, if you like the slingshot units, this is unfortunately not your time. Maybe come back next episode to leave a comment down if we see any Ratkin Slingers. So yeah, let's see what I want to talk about, and let's see what this army. So obviously the Ratkin Monstrosity is just gone, so that's a big boon for me. I don't have to worry about that because it's a high wound, high attack, high morale unit. So it just basically gets in there and it basically bogs down one of your units. So it's something that I personally don't want to see in melee, but because we got rid of it so early, it's no longer a problem, so that's very nice. We got quite lucky there. Obviously the explosive shell on these definitely did help quite a lot. -1 to damage saves, it really does help, plus the general power of cannons is just so useful. And then so because they don't really have any sort of like ranged units or anything like that, I could just do something like this, give myself some power, and then I can just run circles around the enemies. Pretty sure this guy has got slightly upgraded flames. I could be wrong. Could not be wrong. Units, yeah, +1 power on ranged attacks. Yeah, there we go. That's what I mean. He has slightly increased power on his ranged attack, which really does make a big difference. Like you saw there, we got rid of some of those Ratkin Alphas. That's very cool. I'm not going to charge in. There's no real reason for me to charge in. It's just a waste of my time. So yeah, let's see how well this goes. No reason to charge in. Gonna pass some turns. Yeah, while I'm here, let's talk about Dubai. And the reason why I want to talk about Dubai is because it's the place of luxury and excess. It's also the place where being bankrupt is a serious crime. So yeah, basically people that go bankrupt in Dubai, they run away out of the country. They basically flee, and after fleeing, they basically can't go back. That basically means that as soon as people find out that they're basically bankrupt, they just leave the entire country, which is where the whole notion of Dubai having a bunch of luxury cars just be left stranded on the side of the road comes from, because all these people, they basically buy luxury cars and then they go bankrupt because they live the high life, and then once they go bankrupt, they're obviously a serious offence, so they have to escape out of the country. So that's what happens in Dubai. I'm re-rolling once. There we go. It's really nice. I'm so happy that was a double one. And of course, what? 4 6s. Oh man, that's quite unlucky for us, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, just got really unlucky there with the rolls, but okay, whatever. Just fire off on the Ratkin Legionaries over here. At least we got some good rolls over here. We shouldn't be charging anyone, so I just want to delay the charge as much as possible. So that's very nice. Let's counter-charge the Ratkin Skulkers. The Dwarf Veterans should win because they got re-rolls because of Divine Protection, so we'll see how well that works, won't we? And then what else have I got on here? So Dubai, it has like mega city, well, has mega structures, I guess. The Burj Khalifa, tallest building in the world. So there were plans by other countries to build taller structures, but yeah, apparently building a tall building isn't very efficient, or effective, or cost-effective, or cheap, or anything like that. So most countries that have plans to build tall buildings, in fact, don't actually go through with their plans because it's not very efficient. Just like most of those other countries, Dubai gets to keep their name, because I'm pretty sure Dubai also had plans to build an even taller structure. Then they got cancelled because obviously the costs of building tall structures and their effectiveness goes down. The taller the structure is, the less effective it is. There's only so many floors you can put in a building before people start asking, do I really want to take the elevator so far up to the next floor? Apparently, the Burj Khalifa is a perfect example of that. Plus, there's, it's in the middle of a desert, so everything is super expensive. Stuff like that. Let's try shooting on the Ratkin Legionaries. That's very nice. Wow, they do save a lot of that. Cool. Right then, I'm just gonna move back slightly, and then I'm just gonna, who could I shoot? I can't shoot anyone. Cool. Should have probably shot them earlier, but it doesn't really matter who I shoot. If I shoot them now or if I shoot them later, as long as my dwarf engineer doesn't get into melee, then they're perfectly fine. They got their routing, that's cool. Hopefully I can get rid of these Ratkin chieftain if I can surround him on both sides. That's really nice. And yeah, there we go. That's very nice. And then let's see what else is there to talk about. So yeah, apart from being super expensive, Dubai does in fact have really poor workers' rights. It's not a good place to be a worker. So the only place that it's good to be is rich. If you're rich in Dubai, then you have basically all your amenities, but everything else is just not good in the city. Yep, you have to have a car. It's like America, but even worse because public transport is just non-existent. It's just not a good place to be. I just want to talk about that, I guess, because something interesting to talk about. And what else have I got to talk about on here? So, I got to talk about liquid nitrogen, and the reason why I want to talk about it is that because I've been seeing some like videos on YouTube of like these people that make sweets, and they basically like get a popular sweet and then they put them in liquid nitrogen, and supposedly that basically makes the flavor come out more from the sweet, which is really interesting. I don't know if it's true or not. I never tried, but it definitely does sound like a really interesting concept, doesn't it? Yeah, unfortunately the crossbows are in fact going to get charged from the rear. Probably should have done something to deal with that, but a bit late for that now, isn't it? So let's see. I think the chieftain is also going to die along with a unit. Pretty sure that's how it works. Yes, there he goes. He's gone. Nice, there we go. That's what I thought. Now, these deep guard there are going to be charged in the side, but they do have 3 deep guard there. And I'm pretty sure they're not the buffed version. Okay, cool. If they were the buff version, then it would have been slightly better for us, but it's fine. Okay, confirmed charges. There we go, cool. I don't know what these legionnaires are doing over there. They're just walking the long way around. Definitely going to shoot on these flamers over here. Get rid of a few models, I guess, or maybe all of them. Yep, there you go, all of them gone. It's very nice. So I don't know. Let me know if you tried liquid nitrogen frozen sweets and how they taste. Do they taste good at all? What's the difference between regular sweets and the liquid nitrogen ones? Is it just that they're cold? Or is there something more to it? And yeah, try to get rid of this guy, I guess. Because why not? I got the attack, so I'm trying to get rid of him. Cool. There you go, very nice. I don't have any more spells to use, so I'm just gonna... I can't... No, it doesn't really matter, just ignore that. Right then, and... Yeah, this guy, I guess he could try to attack this other guy in the side. We'll see. It doesn't really matter, does it? It's not too important. Because, yeah, the enemy should be routing sometime soon. Definitely see how it works out, won't we? So, cool, there we go, those guys are gone. These guys should also be routing. Yeah, there we go. The deep guard are just too strong. They're very buff. And I have a lot of them as well. So it definitely does come in handy to have a bunch of deep guard. Okay, I would have liked the crossbows to fire out there, but it's fine. It's okay. And then let's see what I can do. So it's fun to charge, yeah, sure enough. And then a side charge over there, yeah, don't let them get their charge off. It doesn't really matter. I don't think they really care about charges because they don't... Yeah, they only have halberds. They don't have a shield or anything like that, so they don't get a charge bonus. So them charging me doesn't really change anything. Let's see how all this goes. We should basically be routing the enemies on this turn. So let me know what sort of other, sweets, interesting videos you've seen, because I've seen this guy that makes like massive, realistic replicas of foods, of sweets. It's really interesting. And yeah, he basically gets like cherries and stuff and jam, and then he makes like a really big cherry out of chocolate and the cherry jam inside, and he puts it on like a really big cake that he made out of chocolate. Obviously the inside is just empty, but the outside is just quite literally like massive chunks of basically sheets of chocolate. And it's really interesting to watch this guy make these massive display pieces. Ranged attacks and combat attacks against monsters. I don't really know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Monsters. It's also for ranged attacks, so I'll take it. I don't know how useful it'll be, so let's take loot, I guess. Loot, yeah, sure not. Let's take some loot. I do like my money. And let's take models on these guys, loot on this guy because he's only missing one. And obviously models on this guy and money on this guy. Cool. And then let's go for the elite fight. Right then, so we're playing against these, what do you call them? Chaos Warriors, I guess. So as always, the rule of always fighting against the Chaos Warriors is to always shoot the Archdevil, and then that's always to kill the Archdevil, always. Yeah, there we go. He definitely got a lot of life out of that, didn't he? Wow, that's very nice. I definitely do like absolutely destroying the Archdevils. They're usually the first unit that I get rid of, and they're always usually the first unit that always gets eliminated fully. So yeah, a bit unfortunate on the Archdevil, but what you gotta do when you're fighting against me, the ultimate dwarf warrior. I don't have any weapons, but I got this hammer over here that I used to upgrade my units, and you know what the hammer says? It says it's hammer time, and then everyone stood up in the movie theater and they clapped, and that was the best movie ever. My favorite character that said it's mobbing time, and then he mobbed. The movie became 3D. It was 2D, but then it became 3D, and then halfway through the movie, it became 4D as well. And yeah, if you don't get the reference, it's reference towards the Morbius movie, and how everyone was saying it was the best movie ever, as a bit of a joke. Um, actually, the joke was so good that the Morbius movie was actually re-released in movie theaters, because Sony was like, everyone's making so many jokes about the movie that it was so good, it must clearly be good, so then they re-released the movie. Oh wow, that was funny times. Oh wow. So yeah, if the internet has taught me anything, it's that just because people are making fun of it doesn't mean that it's good, and just because it's just, yeah, that was funny. Now, there are also those, I watched like a little excerpt from a Japanese show, like a clip, and they basically have like, is this a real suite or is it a fake? There's also like a bunch of YouTube channels that do the exact same thing. Which one is real? With the drawings, which drawing is real, and then they slowly, they have like cherries on a piece of paper, and then they slowly use their pen to remove the cherries, and then eventually one of the cherries is just a drawing, and it's a really realistic one, and then there's obviously some other stuff. Obviously the realistic cakes and stuff like that people make as well, which is, yeah, that's also really nice. Unlike the previous cake maker that just made really large cakes, these ones are quite in fact realistic. So yeah, it's just really interesting. We'll see who wins, Deep Guard or the Abyssal Knights. It's going to be a really, tough fight. Pretty sure the Deep Guard should win. Oh no, wait, the Abyssal Knights got more attacks, they got more wounds. We'll see. Well, wait, then these guys, yeah, sure, why not? Attack the, demons. Why not? Just deal some more damage. Cool, right then, and then let's see what happens over here. I'm really hoping that we do quite well. Yeah, there we go. I'm really surprised Dwarf Veterans won there, just because, Dwarf Veterans are not exactly the best unit. Even though they have divine favors, they get rerolls, it's usually still not enough. Let's see what happens over here, and yeah, as I feared, these guys just rout. Yeah, it's to be expected, to be fair. The Dwarf crossbows are not that great. Right then, let's see. Shall I charge in the side? I will. Why not? Why not charge in the side? We'll see how well it goes. I'll probably lose my Dwarf Engineer instead of actually doing anything beneficial, but never know. Never hurts to try. So right then, they're doing quite well against these Devil Spawn. So definitely quite strong. Valley the crossbows. But this guy, he does have Oath of Monsters. So, does Cavalry count as monsters? It doesn't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But then there are like the Hounds and, some other units. Do Centaurs count as monsters? Because I'm pretty sure some of the Centaurs are quite in fact large. So I want to know if Centaurs count as monsters. Are they monstrous cavalry? How does that count? The Hounds, they probably don't count as monsters, do they? There's so many questions. Which one counts as a monster and which one doesn't? Charge over there, that's fine, whatever. Yeah, turn the crossbows around, maybe charge these guys in the side. We'll see how long the Dwarf Engineer lasts. I don't think he'll last long because these guys are really no joke. They're quite strong, so I'll leave the cannon in the forest. If it gets charged, it gets charged. It's kind of whatever. Let's see. So these guys, they failed, yeah. That's why I was fearing that they were eventually going to lose. Let's see how well we do over here. Not good. That's not good. Let's see how well we do somewhere else. This is not going to go well for us, and no, it doesn't. But we're still in. Let's see how well we do on these Dwarf Deep Guard. These guys should be doing better because they got the Dark Gift and they in fact do better. They do lose 6 models. That's kind of painful, I'm not going to lie. The vote charges over there, and then that's it really. That's all there is to it. So cool. But then I let the crossbows deal with the attacks, try to force the enemies into rolling a 1 while these guys go on the side, and this cannon is just going to be waiting for these Dwarf Veterans to rout maybe, or to fully die. So then maybe I can shoot the Abyssal Sorceress. We'll have to see what I'm fine with the draw against the Abyssal Knights. They're just so scary. There they go. The Dwarf Crossbows doing their best, and wow, those Abyssal Knights are routing. That's very nice, because that now allows me to basically shoot them with everything, so that's very nice. Rather than, yeah, basically don't have to go into melee against them. So that's very nice indeed. Moving from the side, shoot over here. Obviously leave this gap over here all the way for the cannon. What else have I got to talk about? I could talk about, the Lunchly by Mr. Beast and KSI and Logan Paul and those sorts of people. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it is entirely because it got called out. And it was called out by none other than a Minecraft YouTuber called DanteDM. Yeah, he basically called it out and said that it's really bad. That you shouldn't be advertising as a healthy alternative to Lunchables. Which, yes, definitely shouldn't be. Because it's somehow got less calories than Lunchables, so advertising it as an alternative for children to eat before they go to school is definitely not good. It's quite bad. Yeah, there they go. These Deep Guard with the Dark Gift are definitely quite scary, and that's a win for us. That's very nice indeed. So I'm going to take money all the way over here, and then yeah, in the next camp, I'm gonna take healing, I guess, to get everyone topped up for the Act 2 boss. So yeah, it's really funny because there was a massive breakdown. KSI made a response video where he just laughed through the entire video. He's like, ah ha 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 ha. He was basically just ah ha ha. Then he basically made a bunch of invalid points. What about all these other YouTubers that made sweets? And it's kind of like whatever. They made sweets. They didn't make a lunch alternative for children. That's for sure. No, there was that video of Mr. Beast where he said like, oh, I've been getting people that don't even eat chocolate, going to the grocery aisle to buy Feastables or whatever, and that's not something you should be advertising. That's not good. Or I made all these people like fast food. It's like sweets. Reroll ones. That's very nice, and maybe +1 power to ranged attacks and can move in higher range weapon. This is kind of broken. This is what basically got the entire ranged or siege weapons nerfed, was the fact that they could move and fire. So the fact that it works like that still is very, very, overpowered, I guess. +1 power to range attacks. That's nice. Yeah, so that's very powerful. That's for sure. Dwarf Corp to increase that. And then what else is there to add? There's nothing really to add here. I'm just going to save my money. Unless there's something to add to the deep card, I guess. I guess more movement is nice. Banner of Mist, yeah, sure, why not? Cool. And then obviously go to the tent. So yeah, KSI made a response video. And then funnily enough, Logan Paul made a response video to Dante DM by watching the response video to KSI. He didn't make his own, he just watched KSI and then he basically laughed through the video as well, which was really disingenuous. Just to watch the guy, he's like laughing and he's like, oh yeah, and that's basically his response video. He just, oh yeah, I agree with KSI, oh yeah, ha ha ha. And that's basically his response video, and it was so bad, it was so low effort. He really didn't put any thought whatsoever behind the video. It was so awful. It was genuinely one of the worst response videos that I've ever watched. Usually people like make a scene. They like, they make comparisons. Like KSI actually put some work in making those comparisons. Logan Paul just did absolutely nothing. And yeah, it's something that happened, I guess. And yeah, small Abyssal Hound units, that's fine. I don't really care about that. Pass some more turns, see what happens. Really, I don't have to go into melee whatsoever. I can just let the enemies move up because all my units are over here. Probably should start moving them over, shouldn't I? Because I really don't want to be caught unguarded or whatever. So every rolling once, there we go, that's really nice. 4 attacks coming in. Yeah, 3 hounds gone. That's very nice indeed. I'm going to pass up turns. Which one do I want? I think it's this one that I want to charge in there. And then the other one can just move away. Because, yeah, the guys, they don't do too well in these sort of situations. So I hope for the enemies charge the one that's closest. You never know. They might just ignore the closest unit and do whatever they want. So that'll be really unfortunate for me. Because, I've prepared this nice deep guard unit to attack. And if they don't get attacked, it'll be a bit unfortunate, that's for sure. Let's see. Turn around and... Okay, that's not good. I really just want to get some attacks off, I guess. Fire this off, and that's a 1. That's really bad. Okay, that's just genuinely unfortunate, isn't it? Really unfortunate. So I fire on this guy. I deal some damage and obviously retreat because there's nothing else for me to do. Cool. And that's a bunch of attacks wasted, but what am I going to do? Nothing really for me to do there, is there? No, there isn't. I have to take it on the nose, I guess. I waste a bunch of attacks so then I could protect some of these other units. So yeah, try to deal with these guys. Hopefully that's enough attacks going through. And come on. And unfortunately, not enough. At least they're going to be charging a deep guard and nothing else. Rather than obviously turn around and move away. Because that lets me basically shoot these guys over here. And obviously I want to get rid of the Abyssal Champion. Cool. He's on a dragon, so this is not going to be enough. Yeah, he has 7 wounds, so even if those 3 did go through, it wouldn't have been enough. Okay, that's fine. It gives me next turn to attack the guy, basically. We'll see how well it goes, won't we? And skip charges, cool. Obviously, I want to attack the guy before anything happens. Yeah, sure, why not? Skip charges. Yeah, they're attacking me in the front, that's fine. I don't mind. Cool. Dealing with the Abyssal Champion is... Yeah, that's a goal. Although I could also deal with the Abyssal Sorceress over there, that's also a goal, I guess, to deal with. And okay, he saves another one. That's kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. And he's fire breathing the crossbows, okay. The crossbows did save it, that's very nice. And Dante DM is an absolute, original Minecraft YouTuber. He was there in the beginning. I watched his videos. He's a really reliable source of information. So, it's very interesting to watch the entire situation basically unfold. So that's very nice. I'm going to shoot this guy. Maybe I can move, can I not? I should be able to move, can't I? Yep, cool. Yeah, there we go. I can move. It's very nice indeed. So yeah, this is what broke the game originally. Just the ability to move the basically siege weaponry after you charge. You know, you basically kite enemies because they're just barely moving to range, and then you just move back and then shoot them with a cannon. And obviously, because cannons have high power, they just absolutely destroy the unit that they were fighting, and then that'll be it. The unit would just you just move on to the next unit after that. So yeah, that's very nice. We'll see what happens here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get charged on the side. There's nothing really for me to do over here. I guess I'll charge, why not? And yeah, there we go. That's the side charge. It's okay. I'll deal with it, won't I? As long as I got rid of their shaman and their, you know, knights, you know, a warrior, whatever. So they're not really going to be all that scary now. Yep, there we go. Bunch of damage to the Mongol pack. That's fine. I'm going to watch the enemies slowly, you know, walk around their own units. You know, a problem that they themselves caused. So yeah, shoot this guy, deal some more damage. There's that unit over there that's, I don't know what it's doing, but it's doing something. It's walking back and forth, I guess. So that's really nice. Basically, these archers are done. Now, what can I do? I'll buff this mechanical thrower, I guess. I don't know if it matters or not, but yeah, sure, why not? Yep, there we go. Try to deal some damage to these abyssal knights. There you go, we got rid of them. These ones are not going to go as well, I can tell you for a fact, and somehow it does go well. I'm really surprised by that. We'll see how well this goes. I mean, it is deep guard, so as always, deep guard got good saves, and yeah, they got good morale, so yep, the good deep guard absolutely demolished this unit. Cool. I guess they didn't demolish it, but they absolutely exceeded my expectations. Because yeah, the Northman axes are no joke. You know, they got hand weapon and shield, so that's like 4 power because they got the charge off. So the fact that the the deep guard survived the Northman axes was definitely quite surprising. Cool. Right, then just retreat. Yeah, retreat a little bit because you know you want to kite them. Otherwise, they're just going to go for the cannon. That's really bad. We don't want them to be going for cannons because cannons are actually a bit pricey. I'd prefer not to lose cannons, that's for sure. So let's move the cannon. Hello. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's so unusual now because I got so used to basically always not moving the cannon after firing that I'm just expecting my turn to end. But no, I can move and fire the cannon because of this rune upgrade, which is really nice. We'll see how well it goes, won't we? Move this guy around the back. See how well it works out. And yeah, I'm pretty sure the Dwarf Engineer should absolutely destroy the Mongol pack, but we'll see. The Mongol pack really hasn't got that much power behind their attacks. So, yeah, the Dwarf Engineer is on a flying machine with like a 5 armor. So, oh, there they go. Yeah, not good morale, not good anything. So, absolutely demolish them. That's very nice. Just everything works out in the end, doesn't it? And obviously, attack these guys in the back with the strong unit. Avoid these guys. Cool. And obviously, let the dwarf cannon shoot on these Northman horses, I guess. Maybe not, because the Northman horses have other plans, don't they? Apparently they're just going to try to go for the yeah, they're trying to go for you know, over here crossbow bolts, crossbows, so that's something to keep an eye out on. There we go. That's two Northman horses gone. Very nice. It's you know, a bit of a problem that we just dealt with over there. Yeah, this Dwarf Engineer and his flying machine are buffed up quite a bit, so that's very nice indeed. It makes it a lot easier to deal damage when you know you're re-rolling ones and you don't need to use the special hammer to do so. Maybe I'll charge in from the front and then hopefully get these guys to rout, you never know. Maybe it'll work, maybe it'll be just a terrible decision. Okay, that's another model gone, that's very nice. I'm going to keep this guy here because I'm going to charge in from behind, but we'll see how useful it is. And really this battle is just taking a while because the enemies have so many units that we just have to slowly, you know, move through, I guess. We just have to get rid of this guy, then make him rout, then we have to ping pong onto this Mongol pack, and after the Mongol pack we have to ping pong onto the Northman axes. It's just a kind of a bit of a chore to go through all these units, I guess. Yeah, sure, whenever. They can charge the dwarf warriors, well, dwarf veterans. It doesn't really matter at this point, it's kind of whatever. Just get the game over with, because it's just taking forever to deal with everything, and yeah, it's another Northman horses that's just gone. And then what can I do? I can move these guys around and I can shoot the Northman horses over here. Because what else am I supposed to do other than shoot the Northman horses? And then those guys came back as well. Yeah, it's just, oh wow, this is gonna take forever, isn't it? That's fine, whatever. I'm here for the long one, aren't I? Let's see, what else have I got to talk about? So yeah, after the Lunchables debacle, there was a massive internet, you know, it's internet gathered together and they stood behind Dante DM. and then basically KSI had to. KSI didn't have to do anything, but he basically quote unquote made an apology video, and that apology video was basically just a link to his music, which is just kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie. He can't get enough likes on his music videos, so he basically has to lie to people and say that it's his apology video in order to get people to look at his music video. That's quite funny. It's even funnier for the people that actually believed it. You know, they clicked on it and then it just sent him to his music video. And then the funny thing is, he basically he got on Twitter, he got community noted. So that's where basically people upvote a single comment to make it kind of like a information title card for the video. The whole thing basically caused him to repost the entire tweet, and then they basically said it's there, trust me, it's there. You know, you just have to click on it a few times, and then basically, yeah, it's just so sad for the people that actually believed him. Yeah, I guess it's even more sad that the guy needs to post his music like that because nobody's watching it. Oh well. Yeah, I have to admit that the only reason why Logan Paul is so popular in the first place is because he got done for. Basically a lot of people stopped liking him because he made that really insensitive video in Japan. You know, the one in the forest. After he made that video, he basically tanked his career, and the only reason why he ever came back was because of that boxing debacle with KSI. That's the only reason why Logan Paul is even back. And it's just really disingenuous for Logan Paul to be advertising stuff like Prime when he himself doesn't drink it. Or Logan Paul like drinks actual drinks. You know, other than the promotion stuff, he just basically doesn't drink Prime. If you like where to see him in the gym, he's not drinking Prime. That's basically it. So basically. It's kind of funny that he's advertising it to his own consumers. Basically what he's doing is that he's killing his own consumers. That's what's happening. And I'm pretty sure there's even like a lawsuit going on that the Prime has, you know, got too many chemicals in it, and it's actually causing negative effects for people that drink it regularly. So you know, even in America, Logan Paul's being sued for Prime being too chemical. So I can't imagine what it's like in the UK. So yeah, it must be, you know, even worse in breaking the laws in the UK. Or maybe they just have a different formula in the UK. Who knows? But I can tell you for a fact that Prime's no longer selling. I recently had the great pleasure of going to a Tesco Express, and yeah, I basically watched the Tesco Express prices. And 2 years ago, the Tesco Express changed their prices from £2.40 for a meal deal, the cheapest one, to changed it to be slightly more, and the meal deal price basically changed to $3.40, and now it changed again 3 months ago to a $3.60. So apart from the meal deal, you could usually get like a drink in there, and all these Tesco Express shops, they'd always have like a little stand with Primes on them, and I can tell you for a fact that Prime's no longer being sold over there. So yeah, I can tell you for a fact that Prime's no longer selling by itself. And yeah, with that, on that note, I'm gonna leave us over here, and yeah, this act 3 is rather small, isn't it? So yeah, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next act. So yeah, bye bye.